Hey everyone, welcome to Timeless Encounters, a podcast where the greatest minds of history join us for a heart-to-heart about life, wisdom, and everything in between. I'm Greta, your guide on this incredible journey. Today, we're honored to have a truly transformative figure, Gautama Buddha. His teachings, born over 2,500 years ago, still resonate deeply in today's chaotic world. From understanding suffering to finding inner peace, Buddha's wisdom is more relevant than ever. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into this unforgettable conversation. Buddha, welcome to the podcast. It's such a privilege to have you here.
The privilege is shared. May our words bring clarity and peace to those who seek it.
Let's start with the basics. Many of us struggle with understanding life's purpose. Why are we here?
Life is not about a singular purpose, but about understanding. When you see life clearly, you realize it is neither to chase nor to avoid, but to be present. Every experience, joyful or painful, is a teacher guiding you toward truth.
That's profound, but a lot of us are stuck in cycles: work, stress, expectations. How do we break free?
Freedom comes not from changing the outside world, but from transforming the way you see it. The chains you speak of, stress, expectations, are often self-imposed. Let go of the need to control everything. Instead, focus on understanding your mind and its patterns.
You've spoken about impermanence, that everything changes. But how do we accept loss or endings when they feel so painful?
Pain arises when we resist change, clinging to what was. Impermanence is not to be feared, but embraced. It is a reminder that no joy is eternal, but neither is any sorrow. When you accept this, you free yourself to live fully in each moment.
That's a comforting thought, but many people find it hard to stay present when faced with regret from the past or anxiety about the future. How can we truly live in the moment?
The past is a memory, and the future is a dream. Neither has substance except what your mind gives them. To live in the moment, practice mindfulness. Observe your thoughts without attachment. When you anchor yourself in the present, you realize that peace exists only here, not in the shadows of yesterday or the uncertainties of tomorrow.
Mindfulness sounds powerful, but for some, especially those facing emotional pain or trauma, staying present can be overwhelming. What would you say to them?
Pain can feel like a storm, but even the fiercest storm passes. Begin with kindness toward yourself. Do not force the pain away. Instead, sit with it gently, like a friend who listens without judgment. Slowly, you will find that even pain has a lesson, a gift of understanding that can heal.
That's beautiful. One last question for this segment. If someone feels their life lacks meaning entirely, what should their first step be?
Begin by observing, not searching. Meaning is not something to find, but to uncover in the small moments of life, sharing kindness, appreciating beauty, or simply breathing. Every step, no matter how small, leads you closer to understanding the infinite potential of your existence.
Now, let's discuss about finding peace in today's world chaos.
Yes, please.
Buddha, in today's world, people are constantly chasing happiness through success, relationships, or material things. What would you say about this pursuit?
Happiness that depends on external things is fleeting. True contentment arises from within when you stop chasing and start appreciating. Ask yourself, why do I seek this? What am I hoping it will fulfill? Often the answer lies not outside, but in understanding your own heart.
That makes sense, but many of us struggle with comparisons, especially with social media amplifying it. How can we escape this trap?
Comparison is a thief of peace. Each person walks their own path, unique and incomparable. Instead of looking outward, look inward. Celebrate your journey, not by measuring it against others, but by seeing how far you've come. Gratitude dissolves envy.
You emphasize mindfulness a lot. For someone overwhelmed by life's demands, what's a practical way to begin?
Start with your breath. It is always with you, a constant companion. Take a moment each day to simply sit, breathe, and observe. You don't need an hour, just a few minutes. Let your breath anchor you to the present, and slowly, peace will grow.
But Buddha, even with mindfulness, there's so much uncertainty in life, whether it's career, health, or relationships. How do we find peace amidst such unpredictability?
Uncertainty is the nature of life. Clinging to the idea of control is what causes suffering. Instead, embrace the unknown as part of the journey. When you let go of needing all the answers, you create space for curiosity and growth. Trust in your ability to adapt and flow with life's changes.
Some people feel stuck, like they're in a loop, unable to move forward or let go of the past. What's your advice for them?
The past is a memory. The future is a possibility. Neither exists in this moment. When you're stuck, ask yourself, what am I holding on to? Often it's fear or regret. By facing these feelings rather than avoiding them, you can release their grip. Forgiveness, both of yourself and others, is a powerful key to moving forward.
That's beautiful. Finally, what would you say to someone who feels like they've tried everything but still can't find peace?
Peace is not a destination, it's a practice. It's okay to struggle. Even the lotus grows through mud. Keep returning to yourself with kindness. And remember, you are not alone. Even in the darkest moments, there is light to be found, often within your own heart.
Relationships, whether with family, friends, or partners, can be both a source of joy and conflict. What's your advice for maintaining harmony?
Harmony comes from understanding and compassion. Instead of reacting to anger or frustration, pause and ask, what is the other person experiencing? When you listen with empathy, conflicts soften. Remember, the root of many conflicts is our own ego. Letting go of pride opens the door to connection.
What about self-love? Many people struggle with accepting themselves.
Self-love begins with self-awareness. Recognize your strengths and weaknesses without judgment. Treat yourself as you would a dear friend, with kindness and forgiveness. You cannot pour love into others if your own cup is empty.
That's so true. But Buddha, what about those who feel lonely or disconnected? How can they find fulfillment in their relationships or within themselves?
Loneliness often stems from the illusion of separation. Understand that you are never truly alone. You are part of an interconnected web of life. To find fulfillment, cultivate relationships that nurture your soul, but also embrace solitude as a space for growth. In silence, you may hear the wisdom of your own heart.
Beautifully said. Before we wrap up, Buddha, let's address one more question. What is the ultimate way to find peace?
Peace comes from realizing you are enough as you are. Let go of the illusions of more success, more possessions. Turn inward. Find joy in the simplicity of being alive, of breathing, of connecting. The more you let go, the more peace you find.
Buddha, thank you for sharing your wisdom in such a heartfelt way. It's been an honor to have you here.
May all who listen find the path that leads them to peace.
Thank you all for tuning in to this special episode of Timeless Encounters. I hope Buddha's words brought you as much insight as they did for me. Don't forget to subscribe and join us next time as we sit down with another legendary figure from history. Until then, take care, stay mindful, and remember, you're enough just as you are.